let me pull up YouTube to make sure it's actually working. Very professional of me to be like, is it working? Cool. It looks like it's working. Awesome. I really need to make a thumbnail for these. I am live, yeah. Oh. Party up to chat and then immediately have to unparty because of a duty. That's funny. I'm back for the first official stream of 14. We did a little session 0 where we created the character and locked in the name. If you watched that and you notice that now I have a full setup, that was imported from the main character, so that stuff I just ported that over so I didn't have to fuck with it. I'm still blocking chat for everyone else just because I no one's consented to that, and I've also set it so that the names are abbreviated for anyone who's not in a party with me. Let's see if we can do our first real quest. You may also notice my very cute outfit. I purchased that for the first few levels for a little bit of EXP boost, and also because I look cute. That's really the only important reason. Where the fuck am I going? There the fuck I'm going. We have Cream on, or Cream's advised me to read these to make it a little bit more interesting for everybody. Hail, adventurer. Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momody of the Quicksand? Excellent. Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, madam. Apologies, but I do so relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. Ah, but the fact that you are so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as means of travel swiftly from one place to another. I can't read. Strap in. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. Given that there is an aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune herself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, Sultanate. I can't read. It would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. You can now attune with the aetherite. You are now able to use the return spell. Water. To save your ears, I'm going to mute myself anytime I drink any water because I promise you it will be the loudest thing. I have to have the gain on this microphone up so loud for you guys to hear me that crinkling water bottle blow your eardrums out. Yes, running from point A to point B, the most riveting content. The music playing in the background, if you can hear it, you should be able to, is more of the Heartbound OST. Welcome to the Thaumaturge's Guild. It is fate that has guided your steps here this day, friend. I see that you harbor arcane ambitions, though your journey has scarcely begun. Within these hallowed halls, the art of devastation are taught, primeval magics with which to bring about an enemy's ruin. If you would join our ranks and wield such power, you must needs know of our beginnings. The nation of Ul'dah inherited its traditions from the ancient Beladia, a city founded by the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of these illustrious soldiers were ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Nald'thal, who have passed them down from generation to generation ever since. Focused and refined over centuries of use in the Order's funereal rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as the art we now know as thaumaturgy. A freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life. The Dweomers employed in the preparation of the dead are equally efficacious when applied to the living. It is for this reason that we are feared and respected in equal measure. Thus it does our guild thrive. Eh? Fancy. Ensconced in the catacombs of Azraneth Ossuary, a sanctuary devoted to Thal, divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say ye then, adventurer? If you would plumb the abyssal depths of thaumaturgy, let our learned sage guide your descent. But before you leap into the darkness, you must prove to our guild masters that you are possessed of the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which waits therein. When you are ready to submit to the judgment of our most eminent mages, say the word. Well, adventurer, will you join our guild, or do you presume to ignore the urging of impotent destiny? A wise decision indeed. To prepare for your initiation, I would have you study the volumes of fundamental thaumaturgical principle, all 108 of them. Or at least I would, if such requirements had not been abolished. Too great a deterrent for fresh novices, they said. I suppose you shall just have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guildmasters. We have 5, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield supreme authority, it is the eldest who provides a singular voice for the guild when one is required. Master Kokobi Go, I believe. Oh, Thal's teeth, miss, did your mother never tell you not to startle a thaumaturge? Look at that expectant face, Coco Biogo. This lady is obviously a new applicant for the guild seeking audience with our eldest brother. Oh, Prelate Yayake. She can recite the 307 verses of the funerary rites of the virtuous fallen from memory, but the simple task of keeping our names straight seems ever beyond her grasp. Wahahahaha. Well, I, for one, find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, my dear. My merriment was not meant to mock your mistake. It is our sibling Kokobuki with whom you should speak. What's this? What's this? Great Thal has led us to a new aspirant? Kokobuki, were you there the entire time? Greetings, child. I am Kokobuki the eldest, and I would venture to say the wisest of the 5 masters of the Thaumaturges Guild. It is my solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiates with a succinct understanding of our beloved art. Thus, I would have your fullest attention. To wield thaumaturgy is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spell far exceed the destructive capability of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzards, somnolence. The thaumaturge calls upon an expansive arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and obliterate all manner of adversary. Open your mind to our sorceress teachings, and you too shall soon hold the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidding chasms of thaumaturgy's secrets, for advancement in this art comes only with the completion of deadly and terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap into the abyss in pursuit of power unrivaled? Yup. A confident response. Your name, if you will. Very well, Raspberry, let us mark your initiation with a trial to test the limits of your aptitude for channeling thaumaturgy. Huge hornets, star marmots, and snapping shrew inhabit this land in abundance. Exercise your sorceress might and slay 3 of each of these creatures before returning to my side. Gonna go kill some of the local wildlife. You don't learn anything from books. You gotta go out there and murder. What the heck? Did I go the wrong way? Yep. Sure the fuck did. Yeah! Totally supposed to go to the other entrance. Heck. Oh, shucks, I should also probably... attune to the Aetherites in the city, but why don't we do things completely out of order? Let's go ahead and finish this quest first. Do a little going over of the skills while we're here. This early on, they don't give you access to many. Fancy, I leveled up. We have fire, which deals damage. No shit, huh? And blizzard, which deals damage. Blizzard, if I'm not mistaken, helps you regain mana. So the idea is to just blast fire until you can't anymore and cast your blizzard for free. It doesn't even really have to get any more complicated than that. Like, it can, but it doesn't have to. Welcome back, Crane. Where in the heck? Sorry to all of my friends in the NA where the MOG station is refusing to let some of y'all buy things. As far as I'm aware, this is only a NA server issue. It's like, guys, I want to give you money. I do. So bad. Just let me. Who the fuck? Or is that me? That's me. The purpose of this trial was to gauge your capacity for wielding thaumaturgy, an innate quality the limits of which are bound by the level of etheric energy flowing through your physical being. Ether, the very stuff of life, exists within all living creatures to a greater or lesser extent. Remember this, for it is the most basic law of arcane manipulation. Now, I have a tome that shall serve you as a hunting log. As the name suggests, its pages are to be filled with records of the enemies you slay. The log also contains the names of such adversaries that will challenge and improve your skills as a thaumaturge. As your experience grows, so shall your reserve of thaumaturgical endurance. The wellspring of your magical might will also swell in response to moments of extreme terror and distress. Distress? Duress. When you find yourself seeking greater challenge, when next you crave the thrill of exquisite fear, that is when you shall know the time has come for you to visit me once more. Yay, leveled up! Ah! Oh god, I'm broke. I am a little saddened that at higher level they just don't make wands for mages. They make two-handed staves, but after a certain point they no longer let you use wand and shield. I would love to see that brought back at higher levels. Even if it's not strictly as good as using a double staff. Help add some distinguishment to people's characters. Oh. I just realized all of my streams are super late or super early. I don't know why I thought it was like 6 in the afternoon. My internal clock? Yeah, absolutely. I look up at the local time on 14 and it's like 12:42 a.m. and I was like, that's clearly Eorzean time. There's no way that's my local time. It is dark out. I would certainly like if I could read. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Uldan for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services. But the fact you offer nothing is laughable. Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to other city-states, Uldah's markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vilbrand and Aldernard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Uldah as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer. A deadlier sword, perhaps? A shinier trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you'll find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives and crafting materials. And to the south, you'll find weapons, tools, and assortments of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant, or borrow to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interests. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. Ciceroga, where were you when I started spending money, when I got my first job? This is all complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi, now off with you. You'd like pants? Well, that's why I bought a skirt. What the fuck am I doing? Ah, yes! Finishing the quest I'm on. Run! Where in the great gobbledyfuck am I going again? Ooh, one concurrent viewer. Hello, Mr. One Concurrent Viewer. How was your tour of the city, Raspberry? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Uldah's a big place with lots to do and see, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. And when you do go exploring, explore like you got some purpose, eh? Alright then. That's all that's left for you is... Oh my lord, I can't read. All that's left is for you to work hard and make money and spend it here at the quicksand. And since it is 12:40, 12:50 at night, this may be the stopping point. I may give it another quest or two, but... Well, youngling, how are you finding our fine Uldah city, then? Wow, that's not what that place is called. How are you finding our fine Uldah, then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Uldah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalin, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you. Name of Papa Jean. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah Dispatch Yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. The dispatch yard's over in central Thanolin. Just head out the door across the hall, and you'll see the gate of Nald staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it before long. There's dangers beyond the wall, though. More than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. I should also probably explore Ul'dah and hit all the aethers. Attune to all the aetherites. Make travel a little bit easier. First thing is to find them, I suppose. This will also be a good way to help refresh everyone on Ul'dah's layout. Now I spend most of my time here, so it's less of a refresh for me and more of a leisurely stroll through my favorite city. Ew. Sorry. Land of wonders and riches and home to the best girl. Me. It's my home. Yeah, just like my IRL home. Corrupt and dangerous. tomorrow I'll be doing another short stream going through the new updated benchmark and making a female Hrothgar character that we may or may not be swapping to, depending on how much I like it. I think this one found their pants. There it is. Husting strip. Got some cool mounts you want to show off? Or would you just like to walk faster? Where the fuck am I going? Yeah, that's fair. What do you mean you don't like running everywhere? Oh heavens. Did I did I tell you what my first class was on my main and what it became? I don't know if I've ever told you this story. But my very first class was monk. And yeah, pugilist. I never got to monk. I mean, I got to monk eventually, but pugilist. And I hated it at low level. I hated it, and the second I heard there was a white mage stroke healer class, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I also knew that you had to go to the guild place to unlock the class, right? Cool. Makes sense. I walked my happy ass from Ul'dah to New Britannia. Walked to unlock Conjure. 2 quests later, I unlocked the quest that brings you to all the major cities after spending like an hour walking there. I'm still proud of it. I managed to get my way through like level 50 areas with enemies that should have killed me. I was like level 10, I think, at the time. Smart was never an adjective used to describe me. Tired, however, is. One day, I'll look into getting some of those hand cameras, but those ladies are expensive. So that's a if someone starts watching me thing. Someone other than my wonderful, wonderful wife. Where is that? Okay, I think I will leave We Must Rebuild for the next stream. I think I'm gonna hop off. For anyone who came, thanks for coming. And if you watch this later on, thanks for watching.